Imagine every time you want to tell your best friend a secret, you have to whisper it to the teacher first. The teacher then walks across the room and tells your friend, kind of weird, right? Now imagine you just walk over and whisper directly to your friend. No middleman, no one standing in between. And that's basically the difference between a centralized and the decentralized messaging, which is also the topic of this video. And once you understand it, when you look at WhatsApp, Telegram, Signal, or even the future of messaging, in the same way, you'll get a pretty good understanding of what technology to use and what not. So, welcome to a new video where we learn and become aware of technology. And don't worry, I won't be like using any scary network diagrams. And my goal is to explain the concepts in the easiest way possible. So, what is a message? Before we talk about apps, let's talk about paper airplanes. Pretend you're in a school, you write, "Do you like pizza?" Fold it into a paper and throw it to your friend. Easy message sent. Now, imagine this teacher catches every airplane first, reads the name, checks where it's going, and then tosses it to your friend. Congratulations, you have invented centralized messaging. And I want to show like the model one. So think of a very giant post office. Every letter, every package, every birthday card goes to that one building. Messaging apps like WhatsApp, Messenger, and Discord and many others work similarly based on this set concept. And when you send a message, it usually basically travels to the company server first, then those servers deliver it to your friend. It is fast and it is reliable and it is also actually convenient, but everything depends on that one company. So if the server goes down, messages stop. If the company changes its rules, you live with it. If the account gets suspended, I don't know, you can't like exactly argue with a giant computer. You know what I mean? It's like renting a house, which may be comfortable, but someone else owns the key. My model two is a different scenario. So instead of one giant post office, every neighborhood has a tiny post office. So if one closes, the other keeps working. That's decentralized messaging. No single company controls everything. Instead, a lot of like different computers work together. It's like a teamwork. So, or like to translate it into the first example that I was giving is like it's like a giant neighborhood helping passing notes. So if one kid goes home, that game keeps going. Nobody has to like restart the recess. Pretty cool, right? And put it in a much more super simpler way. Centralized messaging is like ordering pizza from one restaurant. If they close, no pizza, and we are sad. But a decentralized messaging is like living on a street with like 20 different pizza places. So if one closes, you can walk to the next door. Pizza is safe, humanity wins. But why should we care about it, right? That's a good question. So imagine all your toys are stored in one giant toy box owned by someone else. They lock it, move it, change the rules, and tomorrow only red toys are allowed, meaning sorry, no blue dinosaurs. Now imagine every kid has its own toy box. No one can suddenly take everyone's toys away. That's one reason people like decentralized systems because it's like more independent and it's also less reliable on one company. But what about the privacy? Does it automatically mean one is better than the other? Does centralized messaging does not automatically mean it's bad privacy, nor does decentralized means it's a perfect privacy. They are just different ideas. So think of it as like a castle can have a really strong lock, so can a village. Whether something is centralized or decentralized tells you who runs the system. So the privacy basically depends on how that system is built, including things like encryption, account design, and what information is collected. So the key thing to remember is they are teammates, not twins. And then we also have real life world examples. So your WhatsApp is mostly centralized, then your Messenger and the Discord are pretty centralized. your signal is centralized, but it's strong with some privacy focus. Matrix is a decentralized network of connected servers, and SimpleX is also a decentralized system, and it will also not require any user registration, so no user IDs, and then it only requires minimal metadata, which we'll cover during those other topics when we are going through end-to-end encryption and stuff like that in different video. So the internet keeps changing. And years ago we used to like store files on floppy disks. Now we do that on USBs. And then there's cloud. So messages are evolving in a same fashion. So some people want simplicity, others want more control. We'll probably see both of these centralized and decentralized messaging continue to exist, but it's like serving different purposes, right? And the important part isn't about like picking a winner, it's like understanding how they work so that you get to choose what fits you best. So let's make this ridiculously simple and conclude it by saying that a centralized messaging system is like one company. It has one main system, simple to use, and everything depends on that provider. Decentralized messaging is many independent systems working together, no single point of control. It's designed so that the network doesn't rely on just one organization. That's it. Do you now understand something that sounds way more complicated than it was supposed to be? So you can find this PPT to test prep or like for your own presentation purposes in the link below. And don't forget to hit the like so YouTube knows this helps someone, right? But before you go, my question to you is which one do you prefer, centralized or decentralized? But why? Let me know in the comments.